There is not an old house in England of which the servants and young people who live in it do not cherish some traditions of the ghostly. Knowle has its shadows, noises, and marvellous records. Rachel Ruthyn, the beauty of Queen Anne's time, who died of grief for the handsome Colonel Norbrook, who was killed in the Low Countries, walks the house by night in crisp and sounding silks. She is not seen, only heard. The tapping of her high-heeled shoes, the sweep and rustle of her brocades, her sighs as she pauses in the galleries near the bedroom doors, and sometimes, on stormy nights, her sobs. There is, beside, the link man, a lank, dark-faced, black-haired man in a sable suit, with a link or torch in his hand. It usually only smoulders with a deep red glow as he visits his beat. The library is one of the rooms he sees to. Unlike Lady Rachel, as the maids called her, he is seen only, never heard. His steps fall noiseless as shadows on floor and carpet. The lurid glow of his smouldering torch imperfectly lights his figure and face, and, except when much perturbed, his link never blazes. On those occasions, however, as he goes his rounds, he ever and anon whirls it around his head, and it bursts into a dismal flame. This is a fearful omen, and always portends some direful crisis or calamity. It occurs only once or twice in a century. I don't know whether Madame had heard anything of these phenomena, but she did report which very much frightened me and Mary Quince. She asked us who walked in the gallery on which her bedroom opened, making a rustling sound with her dress, and going down the stairs, and breathing long breaths here and there. Twice, she said, she had stood at her door in the dark, listening to these sounds, and once she called to know who it was. There was no answer, but the person plainly turned back, and hurried towards her with an unnatural speed, which made her jump within her door and shut it. When first such tales are told, they excite the nerves of the young and the ignorant intensely, but the special effect, I have found, soon wears out. The tale simply takes its place with the rest. It was with Madame's narrative. About a week after its relation, I had my experience of a similar sort. Mary Quince went downstairs for a night-light, leaving me in bed, a candle burning in the room, and being tired, I fell asleep before her return. When I awoke, the candle had been extinguished, but I heard a step softly approaching. I jumped up, quite forgetting the ghost, and thinking only of Mary Quince, and opened the door, expecting to see the light of her candle. Instead, all was dark, and near me I heard the fall of a bare foot on the oak floor. It was as if someone had stumbled. I said "Mary," but no answer came, only a rustling of clothes and a breathing at the other side of the gallery, which passed off towards the upper staircase. I turned into my room, freezing with horror, and clapped my door. The noise wakened Mary Quince, who had returned and gone to her bed half an hour before. About a fortnight after this, Mary Quince, a very veracious spinster, reported to me that having got up to fix the window, which was rattling, at about 4 o'clock in the morning, she saw a light shining from the library window. She could swear to its being a strong light, streaming through the chinks of the shutter, and moving. No doubt the link was waved behind his head by the angry link-man. These strange occurrences helped, I think, just then, to make me nervous, and prepared the way for the odd sort of ascendancy which, through my sense of the mysterious and supernatural, that repulsive Frenchwoman was gradually, and it seemed without effort, establishing over me. Some dark points of her character speedily emerged from the prismatic mist with which she had enveloped it.